As part of activities to mark the World Milk Day, TG Arla Dairy Products, makers of Dano Milk, has donated 198 cartons of milk to the internally displaced persons in Edo State. Addressing children at the event, a marketing manager of the company, Pt.4, said 20% of children in Africa are underweight, while 30% are stunted. He explains that regular consumption of milk will help correct this anomaly.
The 2016 World Milk Day provided an opportunity for TG Arla Dairy Products, makers of Dano Milk, to connect with the internally displaced persons at the Christian Home for the Needy, Uhogwa, Edo State. The company presented 198 cartons of milk to the children, in addition to branded pens, cups and jotters. Representatives of the company and the Edo State government also gave the children words of encouragement.
Today is nothing compared to some of the issues you might be facing daily. But even if we are able to put a smile on your lips, even for a couple of seconds, we will feel that we have had a productive day.
Allah Dano to have remembered these ones today. God will continue to expand your cause.
Let me use this opportunity to advise children in this camp to always maintain a high level of personal hygiene by taking care of themselves.
Members of the Medical Women Association of Nigeria, partners in the project, then taught the children basic hygiene principles. The organizers speak on the importance of the event.
We feel that when our brand is present in one country, we need to create an emotional bond with the people in that country. And we've heard about the IDP camp in Edo State, which is not the only one in the country, but the first one we heard about. And today being International Milk Day, World Milk Day, we felt we needed to celebrate the occasion by doing something for people in need.
What bothers us as medics, we want to know the different constituents, not just the protein, the essential proteins and the good one. And I can tell you that Dano milk contains that, and that is what we look for in milk.
Coordinator of the center, Solomon Folorunsho, commended the makers of Dano milk for the gesture.
This can add to the nutrients in their body, can add to their well-being. So I'm very, very happy. And I want to use this medium to appeal to all companies in Nigeria, all the rich men, everybody, to take a cue and do this immediately because the children, they need it.
As these internally displaced persons consume their first free glass of milk, their hope is that more good things like this come their way while they remain at the center.
Thanks, Abarachi, and welcome to Sports News. Top seed Novak Djokovic has notched his 24th victory in 26 matches, beating Thomas Berdych to reach the French Open semi-finals. The world tennis #1, who is seeking a maiden Roland Garros crown to complete the career Grand Slam, defeated the Czech 7th seed 6-3, 7-5, 6-3, claiming a place in an 8th French Open semi-final. The 29-year-old Serb will face Dominic Thiem of Austria for a spot in the final. 22-year-old Thiem had defeated Belgium's David Goffin 4-6, 7-6, 6-4, 6-1 to make the semi-finals of a Grand Slam for the first time. Meanwhile, Serena Williams remains on course for another title as she reached the semi-finals of the French Open. Serena was pushed hard by Kazakhstan's Yulia Putintseva, coming through 5-7, 6-4, 6-1. The American is trying to win her 22nd Grand Slam title and equal Steffi Graf's record. She'll play unseeded Kiki Bertens, who outclassed Swiss 8th seed Timea Baczynski 7-5, 6-2 in the last four. Well, boxing great Muhammad Ali is being treated in a hospital for respiratory issues. Family spokesman Bob Gunnell said the 74-year-old is treated by doctors as a precaution and is described as being in a fair condition. A brief hospital stay is expected. Ali was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 1984 after quitting boxing. The three-time world champion was last hospitalized in January 2015 following a severe urinary tract infection. And in football, Nigeria has risen to 61st in the latest FIFA World Ranking. The Super Eagles were 67th in May, but victories over Mali and Luxembourg in international friendly matches last month have helped the team move up 6 places after amassing 559 points. In Africa, Nigeria 12th, behind Algeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Senegal, Egypt, Tunisia, Cape Verde, Congo DR, Guinea, Cameroon and Congo-Brazzaville. Not so good for Nigeria's under-23 team, who have lost their first match at the Suwon Youth International Football Tournament. Coach Samson Siasia's side lost by a 0-0 against host South Korea after Choi Kyu-baek beat the offside trap late on to hand the Red Devils all 3 points. Nigeria will next face Honduras before playing Denmark in their last group match. In Spain, 5-time World Player of the Year Lionel Messi has denied being involved in tax evasion in Spain. The Argentina captain and his father are accused of defrauding the Spanish government of 4.2 million euros between 2007 and 2009. But during a court appearance today, the Barcelona forward maintained his innocence, saying he signed contracts relating to his image rights after being given the go-ahead by his lawyers. The Messis face up to 22 months in prison if found guilty, although it's customary in Spain that offenders of non-violent crimes with a sentence of under 2 years do not serve jail time. And Belgium have unveiled their Euro 2016 squad with just over a week before the tournament kicks off in France. Coach Marc Wilmots's side is loaded with talent led by Kevin De Bruyne, Axel Witsel, Thibaut Courtois and Eden Hazard, who will captain the team after a groin injury sidelined Vincent Kompany. The Red Devils are returning to the tournament for the first time since co-hosting with the Netherlands in 2000. Belgium are in Group E alongside Ireland, Italy and Sweden. That's it on Sports News, and back to Amarachi with the rest of the news at 10.
The siege on a hotel in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, has ended as security forces confirmed the death of all the gunmen. 2 British Somali MPs were among those killed in the 12-hour attack. The Islamist Al-Shabaab militant group said it was responsible. Adishawa Josh has more.
The 3 attackers who stormed the hotel in the center of Mogadishu have been killed after an overnight gunfire. The car bomb and gun attack at the Ambassador Hotel on Maka Al-Mukarrama Street left at least 15 people dead. The world's most visited museum, the Louvre, in Paris, is to close on Friday amid worsening flooding caused by days of torrential rain. The move will allow staff to move works at risk of damage to higher parts of the gallery. The heavy rains across Europe have left at least 10 people dead, most of them in Germany. Finally, police say the gunman who killed a professor at the University of California, Los Angeles yesterday had a kill list, which led them to find a woman dead in Minnesota. The gunman, identified as Mainak Sarkar, shot dead a professor, 39-year-old William Klug, who is said to be in a research group as Mainak Sarkar. He drove from Minnesota after killing the woman to Los Angeles to kill Klug before killing himself.
Sarkar was heavily armed. He had 2 semi-automatic pistols, one that he used for the homicide and the other that was in his backpack. He had multiple magazines of ammunition and multiple loose rounds of ammunition. He was certainly prepared to engage multiple victims.
That's the foreign news wrap-up. Amarachi.
Thanks a lot, Adeshawa. And the main news again. The federal government today finally launched the cleanup of oil spills in Ogoniland, signaling a new dawn in the Niger Delta. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, who represented President Muhammadu Buhari at the event, performed the flag-off ceremony. The government of the United States also today called for dialogue among conflicting interest parties in the Niger Delta towards resolving renewed militant attacks on oil installations in the region. And today, in the French capital, Paris, the world's most visited museum, the Louvre, is to be closed down amid fears of worsening floods triggered by torrential rains. That's News at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.